Good morning, children. Today we commence with chapter 2. The name of the chapter is Wonders of Visible Light. To start off with, what is reflection? Okay, reflection of light is the return of light that falls on a surface. Can you see the green light falling on a surface? This is hitting this surface and it is going back in this direction. This is called the incident ray and this is called the reflected ray. So this is called a reflection of light. That is, light will fall on any surface, many surfaces, and some will reflect it back. That is called reflection of light. Now children, reflection can be divided into two: regular reflection and irregular reflection. What is regular reflection? Regular reflection, suppose you take a mirror. See, these rays are falling on the mirror and it is getting reflected in the same way. See the second ray and see the third ray. It is getting reflected in the same way. Now you see this paper. This is a rough surface. You can see this ray is coming and getting reflected and the second ray is getting reflected in this direction. So this is called irregular reflection and this is called regular reflection. Regular reflection takes place on polished surfaces. Irregular reflection takes place on not polished surfaces like paper, curtains, walls, etc. Now, did you see these two images? This image is clear because here regular reflection has taken place. This image is not clear because here irregular reflection has taken place. In this case, the water is still. This water is still. In this case, the water is not still. It is moving a little. It has got rough surfaces. So what happens here is irregular reflection takes place. So the image formed will not be clear. For you to understand your image on a mirror, when you stand in front of a mirror, you get a very clear image. That is regular reflection. So even the reflected rays are reflected back in the same way as the incident ray. Okay, so these are the major differences between regular reflection and irregular reflection. What are the characteristics of image now formed by a plane mirror? I think all of you can see this answer. First thing, this candle is like this. Here the candle is also the same way. So we say this is virtual and erect. It's a virtual image and it is an erect image. Then see this boy and see this boy. This is the mirror. This distance and this distance are the same. A is equal to B. So if the object is at this distance, the image also will be at the same distance. So same distance from the mirror as the object in front of the mirror. Next point, same size as that of the object. If the boy is this tall, the image is also of the same height. The next term, I think you're hearing it for the first time. It is called laterally inversed. If you stand in front of an image, if you raise your right hand, the image will be raising its left hand. This is called laterally inversed image or lateral inversion. In day-to-day life, we can observe this if you're traveling by a car. So this is your car, you're traveling, and this is a mirror which you have. Okay. Behind, if there's an ambulance coming, the word ambulance is written in this manner. This is, you say, laterally inversed manner. You know why? When this image falls on this mirror, it will be laterally inversed and the driver can read it as ambulance. So what we'll do is, if we are going by car, we will just take the car to the side of the road so that the ambulance can make its way. This is called lateral inversion. Hope children you have understood. The word ambulance is written laterally inversed on the vehicle. So the image of this, when it falls on this mirror, then the driver can read it as ambulance. So these are the characteristics of image formed by a plane mirror. Hope you have understood. Now this is our chapter. Okay, you can see these two children. The rays of the sun are falling on the mirror and it is getting reflected on the wall of the house. Did you see this? This is what is happening. The rays from the sun is falling on the mirror and it is getting reflected on the house. So they were trying this with different ways, in different ways where you can image is formed. So you can see that smooth surfaces, polished surfaces will reflect light. Unpolished surfaces will not reflect light. Okay. Now regular reflection, I have finished explaining. So regular reflection, mirrors are surfaces which reflect light regularly. Now diffuse reflection or irregular reflection takes place on cardboard, roof tile, cloth, paper. So we finished learning this. Now this boy is reading a book under a bulb. Now how is he able to read it? The light from the bulb is falling on the book and then it is reflected to the eye. So we are able to read the book. Now we can see object when the light falling on the object is reflected into our ears. Can you mark the path of light in the following pictures? There's a car coming, there's a boy crossing the road, the car stops. How does the driver see the boy crossing the road during daytime? So suppose there is a sun here, the sun's rays are falling here, it is getting reflected and the rays are falling into the driver's eye. So the driver is able to see the boy. At night time, see, this is a torch, the rays are going. These rays of light are falling on this dog and this is getting reflected to the eye of the person. So he is able to see the dog. So this is called reflection. Okay. Now characteristics of plane mirror, I have taught you. I have just written the characteristics. Hope children you have understood. Now chapter 2 note starts here. What is reflection? What is regular and irregular or diffuse reflection? And what are the characteristics of the image? Please complete your notes. I hope your first chapter is complete and you can start with your second chapter. Thank you. Have a nice day.